Hola a todos, bienvenidos a Vericu. Mi nombre es Eric Valverde y estoy aquí acompañado de Lars Nedland de la banda noruega Borknagar. Como saben, van a estar presentándose pronto en el México Metal Fest en Monterrey y en algunas otras fechas en Latinoamérica. Y bueno, démosle la bienvenida. Lars, welcome to Vericu. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for accepting this interview. So yeah, let's get to it. Um, I do have a question that I want to hear your answer, because people often describe Borknagar as a mix of many things, right? Folk or Viking, um, with black metal, with progressive metal. But how would you describe the band, especially to those that haven't heard you before?
Well, it's a tough one. I mean, we come from black metal, I guess. I mean, the starting point was black metal, but within that black metal core, we always had that sense of melody, and those melodies were very often like Nordic melodies. So you have that folk element that comes from there. Also, the way that the band has developed, we've added a lot of progressive elements. So you can for sure say that we have a progressive side as well. So I guess it's a matter of what you connect to in our music. I think the people that still call us black metal are the people that connect to the black metal elements of the music. That the people that call us, folk metal are the people that connect to the folk elements, and the people that call us progressive metal are the people that connect to the progressive side. And to be honest, it's all fine. I think to me that the stuff that I write and the stuff that we write together, I mean, when we release it, it's not really ours anymore. It's you guys who listen to it and who consume it. You own the power of definition for what you think that is. So if you want to call us black metal, that's fine. If you want to call us folk metal, that's fine. If you want to call us progressive metal, that's fine too.
That's a great answer, right? Like labels don't usually come from the people that are making the product or the people that are being labeled, right? The label comes from
Yeah, I mean,
everyone.
we don't really think about genres when we're writing. I mean, we write the stuff that we want to write, and I mean, of course, we have a history as a band, and I guess we wouldn't come out with a trance album like that, but we allow ourselves to do the things that we want to do. So yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great to hear. Now, all of the members of the band are accomplished musicians with many other projects. What challenges does it usually bring to balance and organize everyone's time, or just composition or everything?
Well, it's not really a problem. It's more of a value, I think to us it's just good to have inspiration that comes from different places, and everyone brings that inspiration into the band and into the mix that we work with together. I mean, we experience other things with other bands, and when we draw inspiration from that we bring back to the Borknagar camp. And also, I mean, all of us, we make Borknagar the top priority. So we don't hit a lot of issues when it comes to like basic logistics and things like that. I mean, we do plan well ahead, and we set off the time that we need to do the things that we have to do with the band. And that's been working well for many years. So I guess we just found a system that works.
Perfect, right? When everyone wants to do it, they find a way, they find a time, and
Yeah,
that's
true.
great to hear. Speaking of well, what you just mentioned, right, that has been working for years. Bornagar itself has existed for almost 30 years, and has always had a unique sound. And even so, we still hear you all evolve musically based on probably your experiences, your inspirations. So, what can we expect for the future for your next release?
Well, we delivered to the record company the master tape of the new album Friday last week.
Wow.
So everything's done now. So I know exactly what you can expect. And that is a continuation of the evolution of Borknagar. I mean, you're gonna get, like when we talked about what kind of genre we were, you're gonna get the black metal elements, you're gonna get the folk elements, you're gonna get the progressive approach. You're also gonna get a lot of really cool vocal arrangements between me and Vortex. You're going to get some really long, massive epic songs. You're gonna get some shorter, more intense songs. I think you're gonna get everything your heart would desire, to be honest.
I mean, that's great to hear. As a fan myself, that's great to hear. Um, when can we expect this release?
Well, we excuse me, we delivered the master on Friday last week, and usually it's between 5 and 6 months, like leading from when you deliver the tape till all the albums have been printed and the distribution, and we have to make the videos and all of that. So maybe February, March, around that time. I don't have a
Great.
set date on the record label yet, but I'm guessing around that time.
Excellent. So 2024 for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Ain't
Um,
happening this side of New Year's.
yeah, that's that's true. I mean, many holidays, many vacation time, everything that just needs to be accounted for.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and it's been around what, 6 years since the last time you played Latin America? Um,
Yeah, 2017 it was.
2017. You were in North America about 2 years ago. I caught one of your shows here in my area in El Paso.
Ah,
Yeah, great show, by the way.
yeah, we had a good time there.
Yeah. So, what are you looking forward to the most now coming back to Latin America?
To the audience. I
The
mean,
audience.
because the Latin American audience is just different. They're heads and shoulders above everyone else when it comes to energy. It's I've told that so many times in so many interviews when people interview me and they ask me, so who has the best audience? Well, Latin America, for sure. There's not even a competition, you know. So I'm really looking forward to just feeling that energy again, just seeing that impact that the music has, and what everyone is giving back to us when we get on that stage. And I have to say, as a musician, to experience that, it's an awesome way of getting energy that you can use, and you can give something back to the audience. It's like a symbiotic thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to feeling that energy of the Latin American audience again.
Perfect. Yeah, and this time you're playing Monterrey for the first time, and it's going to be at the Mexico Metal Fest. What do you think this will make this festival different than European festivals? I mean, you mentioned the audience, right? For sure. Anything
Yeah,
else that you're?
it's hard to know. I mean, the last time we were there, we played Mexico City and we played Guadalajara. So Monterrey is going to be a new experience for us. But it's going to be different because it's bigger and it's a different kind of setting, and there are a whole lot of other cool bands, and just I think it's going to be a different kind of vibe, you know. And I'm just really curious as to what kind of vibe I'm going to get from this festival, what kind of energy the whole festival is going to have, not just the energy that you get when you're on stage and the way that the audience react to your music, but just the general vibe of the festival, what kind of intensity you guys bring to a metal
Yeah,
festival with only people from Latin America. It's like I go to a festival in Europe, and there's always some people who've traveled from Latin America on those festivals, and they make a lot of energy alone, in that audience with Europeans or with North Americans or whatever they are. So to get all Latin American audience, as in a big festival setting like that, that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be great for sure. Um, so you're going to be far from home, right? And being on the road touring can be challenging. How do you manage the stresses of touring while being away from home?
Well, we don't tour all that extensively, so we try to always keep tours um, under 4 weeks. So three weeks is like the golden variety when it comes to that. And as long as we do that, and we make sure that we don't have a lot of tours sort of lumped together, it doesn't feel that challenging. It just feels refreshing. It's just a different way of living, and I think I would have to approach it in a different manner if I was doing that all the time. But the way that we do it, we do it enough so that we play regularly. But the long stretches are pretty far apart, so it always feels nice to go out on the road, and you don't get worn out the same way that you would get if you would do like 4 months or whatever other bands do. So I guess, as in so many things, balance is the key.
That's great. Yeah, great to hear because some artists when they don't find that balance, they get burned out and
Yeah.
just goes downhill. So talking about some making it a good experience, do you have any favorite memories from the last time you were in Latin America or in Mexico?
uh, I I think all my favorite moments from that tour was just meeting people. I met a group of people when we played Guadalajara, that had traveled a long way to come and see us, and showed us they showed us their Borknagar tattoos, and they had all the history down. They knew everything and had that both, I mean, intensity when it came to the passion for the music, but also fantastic, respectful, nice way of um, conducting themselves. So I had so many nice meetings with so many nice people, so many nice talks, and also I have to mention the food, because the food is just fucking great. It's so good. But
Yeah, do you
I would be so fat if I ate that all the time, though.
it happens. What has been like your favorite Mexican food that you've tried or when you've traveled over here?
Well, I think the best meal we had was that was in Mexico, but that was just a meal where there were like 20 different small courses. So I don't even know what you call that, but it was like a little bit of everything. Everything was good. There wasn't a single thing on that table that didn't taste just absolutely mind-blowingly fantastic.
Yeah,
So yeah, don't even know what they call that, but that was my favorite meal.
that's great to hear. Hopefully you have some amazing food again when you're here.
Yeah, I'm
um,
pretty sure we will.
yeah. Now I try to respect your time and everything. I just want to ask if you have anything that you want to add, tell the fans. Um,
Yeah, I just have to say that I've been looking forward to coming back since I left in 2017. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys again, to play to you, and I really look forward to feeling that energy, because I know that if I'm to feel that energy ever again, I have to go back to you guys to get it. So I'm coming, looking forward to seeing you.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much for your time, Lars. Gracias a todos por sintonizar. Los vemos en el México Metal Fest. Revisen las fechas. Estarán en Chile, en otras fechas de Latinoamérica. Where else are you playing in Latin America?
Costa Rica, I think the last one is, in Chile.
Costa Rica y Chile. Perfect. Thank you for your time. Gracias a todos. Nos vemos.
My pleasure.